today's women aren't educated. They're indoctrinated. The shaming language is over the top. Like Kevin used to say, shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right is strong with these 304. ZH, Pearl, please check your email if you're looking for more video editors. Great show. Anyway, we are looking actually for, I think we're going to need a second part-time editor. So yeah, feel free. Email me or DM me on Instagram, justpearlythings@gmail.com. Joe Pio, 89.9% of men essay, so destructive. How do women degrade and insult men like it's a normal conversation? I buy flowers for girl A and she's in love. Girl B files a restraining order for essay, brainwashed. Daniel M, the guy in the black tech has the right idea, but he lacks the conversational tactic and emotional intelligence. Listen to understand, not to respond. Daniel M, Grape has physical trauma signs 9 out of 10 and develops a behavioral profile and creates an adult trial. Report it. The state can take it to court without you. Memo after dark. The point of reporting it is to start an investigation. That way evidence can be found. Too many women lie about sexual assault. It makes me sick. If you truly thought someone committed such a heinous crime, you'd report it. Doug MPA, showing my support for the Mandem's voice, my G China. China is about to blow up the game. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the original topic. Okay. Okay. Have you guys seen any procedures or policies put in place to put more female leadership in place where you work?
Had to think about it. I was like, oh. Well, at my workplace, I'm a senior waitress, which is like head waitress or waiter in the front of house. There's other women that also there's another lady, should I say, that is also a head waitress as well. But apart from that, it's males and just males. And there's only other one female manager, and I believe that she's being combated by 2 other males. So are you even relevant? We're not sure. But I just feel like women are being given more positions, but are we being trusted with the positions that we're being given? That's the problem. Imagine giving me a job and you've employed me knowing that this is this is my experience, and then still somehow questioning my experience. It's like, do you not know what you employed me for?
Did they employ you or whoever it was because they were a woman or because they were qualified?
I feel like they employed me, myself, because they needed someone to be like of that level of, experience and caliber in their establishment, and they had a lot of male counterparts already. So they wanted to even out, and obviously I'm black, and the hierarchy. You have to have like gender fluid.
So was it to fill a quota?
I feel like they was making filling out the stuff, but at the same time they needed it to be in the hierarchy. They already had a male one, so it was like to even it out. But like I said, them giving me that position for me felt like, okay, they're trying to make it more fluid to the other ladies there, that okay, it's possible. Because I feel like before they employed me, there was someone that they could have given a pay rise. They could have gave them a little job rise or whatever, but they didn't. They put a new person there. So at times, I feel like women are being given extra position, but just are being trusted with the position that we're being given.
Okay. What about you? They want to hear you speak.
What was the question again?
Were there any policies put into place to put women in more leadership positions where you work?
The last job that I had, like an actual 9 to 5, one girl wanted to go as a business manager, but they made her work for it for about 2 years, and they kept giving it to other men while she was waiting for it. So I feel like it's less chance that you're going to get a higher position as a woman because of the things that we discussed.
So no policies at your work? It sounds like there weren't any.
Where I was, no, there wasn't.
Okay,
it was a male-dominated industry.
It's not really applied to me because I work for myself and I've only worked for the one woman, so I'm not sure. But Cleo, I'm sure, has.
I mean, in short, yes, I feel very blessed. Where I work, they do open it up for different creeds, colours, ages, demographics, and they like to have a 50-50 gender split within our meetings and leadership.
And they try to, they try to make it 50-50. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I think for white.
Her mic, I think, is muted, Blessing.
Yep, on. Okay, I think with my previous one, it was a thing where, like, in meetings, we did talk a lot about, okay, when the next event happens, we need more female leaders to speak up and, like, kind of take control a bit more so it's not as male dominated. So, yeah, I think it's getting a bit more evened out.
Okay. So what they were specifically trying to get women in.
Yeah, so
Okay.
in a lot of the meetings, they would say, yeah, we want a lot more females to speak up, like when we do events and whatnot. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's start on that side, or China go, and then anywhere you've worked, have they tried to put policies in place to get more women?
Yeah, in the past, I've, because, in the film and security industry, they've tried to get women into more,
Insecurity?
in the film, because not represented enough, you need to have a certain amount of women there, yeah. But it's not,
I have a friend that's
men can't search women, so obviously you need women. Obviously, like if there's a scenario in a woman's toilet or something like that, you need to have women's security. Yeah, it doesn't mean they're gonna do the same thing that men are gonna do.
You'll be surprised.
Oh, you're right to search. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, especially that. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Like I said, I'm not that experienced in like the working industry, but it's always been 50-50.
Okay.
There's always women and men. So.
Okay. Were there any policies in place?
I've never been aware. I've heard that there are some, but I've never been aware. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very limited also.
Okay. Any policies that were put in place?
Policies must be invisible. I ain't seen them. I ain't seen them, Pearly. I don't know. Maybe they're in the back. I ain't seen them.
Go ahead.
In my industry of work, they mainly employ, or women mainly employ for go forward for those roles. So if anything, it's about equality and diversity. So evening out and looking for men potentially.
Okay. Because there are policies put into place to put women in leadership, can we say there's anything holding women back from doing any job in 2022?
No.
Okay. No.
Kids.
That's it. No. Yeah. Okay. What about you guys? Who said yeah?
I said yeah, but I would say personal life choices. Like, I feel like what you want to do in your life and where you want to go is what you will fluctuate more towards. So some women don't have much ambition, not to say that, anyone's ambitionless, but some people just want to do the mainstream. They don't want to exert themselves further or broaden the horizon. That's what I feel.
Okay, go ahead, you two.
Yeah, I think mostly women don't really want to do those roles because this is like generalized, because they're harder jobs and women prefer the easier life.
What was the question again exactly? Sorry.
Can we say that women are held back from doing any job in 2022 when there's specific policies to help women and there's nothing stopping us from applying for any job?
I was just going to say, I think if the only thing nowadays, especially in like the Western world, the only thing that hold women back is themselves, maybe, whatever their home life is, or, whatever limiting beliefs they have around having such a high paid job.
Yeah, I've always done what I wanted in my career. I've always turned every no into a yes, so I take it as a challenge personally. If they tell me no, then I'm like, watch me.
Yeah, great. Second row, go.
I kind of just to defend probably another side of it. Sorry, just to defend another side of it. I think maybe some women may find it. They may think it's unattractive to another man to make more money or be more successful. So they may not want to go for those job roles because they may want the man to feel like the man in the household. And making a lot of money is as a woman, and having your own shit and not needing much shit
can be disheartening.
Can be very, I've been told, scary, or...
I think it's just the attitude that comes with it.
I agree
too,
Pearly. You can come all sugary and sweet with it and just kind of chill, but some women want to throw it in the man's face, like, look at me, I'm a worker, I make money, me.
Like if you're the breadwinner, is your money his money? Can he make the financial decisions, or is your money your money?
A few, because like I said, but back to my point before, I trust men's decision making.
Right. I agree with you, but I don't think that's common, right?
Yeah.
It's common to me because I live in my own world. But yeah, I trust male decision making. So I would be like, oh, babe, I made this whole heap of money. Maybe I'll not say all of the money I made.
Juicy, can I ask you, why do you trust men's leadership?
And I haven't even grown up with my daddy, and I still do. like from visual experience, it's less hassle. It's got less layers. It's clear cut. It's less time consuming. And obviously, I generally feel like men are protective to me. If obviously the ones that I'm attracted to and I feel safe around. If I feel safe around you, then I'm going to trust you're going to make a protective decision like you're going to make a decision that's going to protect both of us. Not saying I won't, but I'm going to protect you in the subconscious. I'm going to protect your emotions. I'm going to protect how you may not be seeing things, looking at things, but on the physical, baby, go get it.
Is there any other girls that feel like her on the panel? Can you just put your hands up?
Oh, sorry.
And can I just ask you, Betsy, why do you feel like that?
What, trusting men's leadership?
Why do you trust in men in a man's leadership?
I think men are more logical. Women, there's a lot of problems that come along with their decision making, like emotion. And I don't know, I just have always looked up to men more than women, generally speaking, because I feel like the decisions they make pay off better, quicker decision making. And I don't know, I just think the results show off much better than the decisions that women make.
Kush.
I would say that my brain, this is on topic, just to start. This is on topic, but I'm going to start it sounding a bit off topic. My brain's a bit more animated. So I see the way men think as a waffle, like squares. Men think like waffles. Women think like spaghetti.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, so
I'm hungry.
When I do you get it? A bit of food for thought. But like when you tell a man something, they will execute it box by box. A female might be, because we're on the spaghetti route, we've probably gone down, up, like we've done stakes and ladders on you, where you've just done ladder. Do you get my point? So women, we tend to add a bit more sauce to the mixture, where men keep it in line. So if I had money, not to say I couldn't spend it wisely, but you might already have something in place because you've been doing up box. I've done up scribble here, scribble there. I've done it all over the place. Yeah. You've done it. Look, babe. Look, put the money here. Flip it here, flip it there. Maybe I thought about it, but in a different manner. You've probably put it into a better perspective for me. So I would give my trust more to a man. Not to say that I don't trust myself, but I would rely or be open to rely on his judgment based on the fact that I believe that he's got this on board. Like he's with it.
No, I hear that. Pearl, what about you? Why do you trust in men's leadership?
I just think men are better at certain things in general. Like I'll give you an example. I'm 1 to 10, so it's a pretty big sample size, just like kids. And most of my brothers are engineers, and like most of me and my sisters, actually most of my sisters don't have jobs yet, but they won't be engineers. Like I just know them, but. I don't know. I just think like with money, like especially with money, I think just men tend to make better decisions and the data supports it. So like women make 70 to 80% of consumer buying decisions, and like we have more debt even though we make less money. And so to me, that's just says like women as a whole, we make impulsive emotional decisions in general. And there's some women that can kind of turn that off, but I don't think it's like natural to us. And that's why like most ad campaigns are targeted towards women. So I think it's like a mixture of just like data I've seen and anecdotal experience where like male coaches I have had overall, there's the one creepy one, but one, not 90%, but overall have just been like better. I don't have to deal with like the drama of, the female coaches would almost get involved in the team drama and the males would just, I don't know. I just think men are better at certain things.
So is it like because you think for men, they find it easier to separate like emotions and decisions?
Yeah, and I can see it in because one thing I talk about is I outsource decision making sort of. Like I have a manager, you might have saw him using the back. And like even my dad, like those are the two people I talk to about decisions. And I honestly like trust them with it because it's like, okay, if you have to fire someone in a business, a woman's gonna typically be more emotional. Oh, I don't like their family. I don't want to do it. I don't want to fire them. Like da. But a man's just gonna be like, he's not doing the job. He's got to go. And I had to have like that conversation with my dad at one point. He's like, you should have done this already. And it's kind of like that. I don't know. I just think men can like make decisions quicker where like women will drag it out.
How much men would call that woman that can make the decision real fast attractive?
They wouldn't. Because I agree with you. But
imagine being that woman. Imagine being that number of women that men are not going to even look at in that way.
But it's not really because of the decision making. It's because of like the traits that are generally associated with it. So like men want to come home and they just want to feel like they're at peace. Like they've been arguing with people all day. Like they've been battling all day. They just want to come home and they want to have a woman that just makes them feel good and be nice to them. But like those women tend to be disagreeable. They tend to want to argue and they tend to want to disagree. And any decision he has to make, like she's going to fight you on it. Like the woman that wants to make decisions, like they're not quick to let their men make decisions. And like men want to be with a woman that feels like she trusts him.
So I said, like, for us men, when you trust in the man's leadership, it's the ultimate. For us, we feel like it's the ultimate, or we think it's the ultimate showing of love and submission. And a lot of times when people hear submission, so they want me to
just today, sorry.
Yeah, so they want me to use cooperative because submission tends to rub people up the wrong way. But I'm gonna use submission by cooperative because when you submit to a man, it doesn't mean that it demeans you as a woman. It doesn't mean that you...
Can I ask you a random question? Because this is based on what you're saying about
submissive. Okay, go on.
I was asked yesterday, randomly, someone was like, I don't think you'll be submissive. Like how you're saying you don't feel women will submit. Someone said to me, they don't think I would be submissive. And I was like, why is that? Because I probe questions. And they was like, I just don't feel like if I woke up in the morning, you'd make me breakfast. Where have you got this analogy? So you looking at me on that question, do I look like someone that wouldn't cook breakfast in the morning?
No, it's not that you don't. It's not. I don't know what a breakfast cooker looks like in the morning.
You know what I mean? But like, the person was like, maybe I would like that, and you don't look like the type of person that would do that. And I'm like, where's this coming from?
Would you? I think I don't know you personally, but it's sometimes like girls that give off like the 50-50 mindset where it's like, well, why don't you cook me breakfast? Or like they feel like it should be 50-50. Like I don't know. Maybe you said something that came off as like 50-50.
So what? I don't know. How have I experienced you on this platform today? Like, obviously you're opinionated and you're not scared to put your views, and it's fine on a platform. You should do that. But like what Pearl said, men, we just really want peace. Like, you can be the most intelligent woman. I know you're intelligent. I know you could listen. You could be the top debater. You could be doing. But when I just come home, I beg you just.
But why would I give you this when we come home? It wouldn't be this actual scenario.
No. But what I'm trying to say to you is we don't know. We just take you for how it is. So we say, right, if I experience in a setting like this, then what's it going to be like in a relationship setting? What's it going to be like? We don't know what it is, but the bit that would attract me to you to maybe get your number or whatever, you would miss past that.
That'll be your loss, not mine. I would be missing.
I know, but
you'd be assuming that's the type of
but what's my loss? What's your loss? It's all about whatever. It's not, you know what I'm trying to say to you, but it could be avoided by, you know what, I'm like, oh, you know what, I went on this platform and, you know, she was a little bit, but I actually liked her energy. Like,
it's something I have to like, because I debate for a living, but like, it's something I have to kind of like turn off sometimes with guys where I'm like, oh, I know you're wrong, but I just need to shut, like, because men don't want to do that. They just want you to shut up and be silent.
I think there's nothing wrong with telling someone when they're wrong, whether they're man or woman. But in this scenario, you know, if you're going to tell a man that they're wrong, it's not about telling them they're wrong. That's fine. It's just it doesn't need to be done with like the attitude.
Too much of them, not enough.
But even if you're smart, like you know what? Sometimes the power in a woman is be like, you know what? I'm smarter than him, but I just let him have that, and you're just laughing with your friends. You're like,
I just feel like guys like if he says something that's not statistically accurate, like he doesn't really want me to like come in and give you all this stuff. I just don't think he's gonna.
Oh, what if there's a situation where, because men and women, we're opposite. So the man's been battling all day, battling verbally, physically, and going against it. Now he wants to get home and just feel woosah. The woman may have been like suppressing all day, suppressing. So for me, I've been all day trying to not be that angry black girl. Now I come home, I can dash my bag, take off my wig. Babe, do you know what this woman said to me? And I had to smile between my teeth, and he's probably thinking, Lord God, but we're opposite, so that's maybe why it could clash.
I've like talked to guys about this, and they just need like a decompression time. Like they need like 30 minutes,
like straight in the door.
Like to just and honestly, if we can, I think they prefer it if we go to our friends about little stuff, but like big problems.
But it comes back to the trust and the decision making.
Well, I'm saying
if most of my friends are female, which is highly that I want to trust a man right now, it's going to be mine.
Well, I'm saying like, okay, does he really need to know that Tracy at work was giving you the side eye?
No.
Where am I going to But where am I going to offload?
Summer investment.
I need a man to tell me.
Juicy.
Okay, I'm basically going to my man saying, babe, what should I do? Should I punch her? Should I chill? Obviously, sometimes I do know the better option, but I just need your support.
No, so I do think guys, you guys could correct me, but if you say like, how do I address this situation? I think guys are problem solvers, so they'll help you fix it. But I think as women, we don't want them to fix. Like we just want them to listen.
Yeah, juice.
So it confuses them because we'll be like, yeah, this bitch at work, she did this, and this. You won't believe it.
Right now.
And then he's like, okay, this is how you solve it. And we're like, well, no, I just like she still did this.
Yeah, why aren't you agreeing with me?
And
I'm 64.
Like, I'll give you an example. My dad, like, I'll say, oh, this person, I did this, and he'll be like, well, just don't deal with them anymore.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But Juice, like literally what you're saying. But so what Pearl's saying is like us as men, we want to listen to your problems, but we don't really want to listen to your problems. So
I get that.
So we want you to offload. But after a certain amount of time, we're gonna want to give you a strategy to fix this boss, right? But you don't want to actually fix it. You just want to moan about your boss. So at that point, it's kind of like you have to go to your girls after that because all you really want to do is just talk, right? But us as men, we don't want to spend an hour talking about the same thing. We want to get to an end of it and we want you to resolve it. But you're going to go back to your boss and say to me the next, oh, you know what? I like my boss again.
Can I give you one example?
Yeah, go on.
There's some men that will ostracize a woman from their friends, their family, get them to their cells. Not saying there's some, that's what I said, some. Get them to their cells. Some men can do this without being abusive. They could just be selfish and just be like, I love my woman. I love my woman. Cool. Like, you do you, baby. Some people like them obsessed. Some people don't. And like now you've ostracized her, you're actually her number one go-to, and now you're telling me I just want peace after you ostracized me.
I don't think those types of men. I think okay, if you're gonna talk about that, I don't think those types of men.
To talk to you told me Tracy's a hoe. You told me my mum ain't good. You told me that
Tracy was a hoe.
That shop.
That's kind of on the woman. Like sometimes I think like women kind of like that drama. Because it's like you put up with it. If you picked him, you don't have to stay. Like, why'd you let him ostracize you? And I've been in a similar situation, but I'll take accountability and say like I did that.
I think now I'm older, I can see the ostracization coming in, but being for younger females. You don't have that much perception on life yet.
I think though, like sometimes guys just want to get you away from your hoe friends.
No, I see all of that. But I'm talking about. Come on, guys. We're not.
But then your mama as well.
We're talking about.
I'm not talking about
like guys that make you feel like you shouldn't be talking to anyone else but me. You know, someone's very like obsessive, like almost obsessive. Like they don't need to be the only thing. When I've made you now my only thing, we'll be doing.
No, you see how you said the same.
I don't think you should do that. Like he shouldn't do that. Yeah.
But you see how you said the same demographic of women that would rubberneck are the same as that thing. I'm just giving that example. Like a lot of guys, not all, but a lot of guys that will be like, a lot of guys that would find like, oh, she's just bad telling me stuff. She's always coming to me, telling me about her this and that and that and this. Most of those guys have ostracized that woman and now they're asking for peace. Or some men don't know how to create a peaceful environment for the female and then expect peace. Oh, I just want peace. No, you want someone to shut the fuck up.
So, Juice.
Wait, did this happen to you?
Yeah.
It sounds like this sounds really specific.
Probably somewhere subconsciously. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe there's a little vim, or maybe it may be a little bit of me and a little bit of an observation because I love to observe.
I just think like you pick who you're in a relationship with, and I think there's a group of girls that like to be controlled. Like they just like it.
Yeah. It hasn't happened to me. It almost did. Like I was like, hold on, why didn't I check my mom's? Okay, like I had to ask myself, was it the D? A little bit. Was it the energy?
So Juice.
But then I realized he actually cursed everybody out of my life. Everybody, like my friend, he had a problem with. This person he had a problem with, and obviously,
but it's a red flags. So going on. So going on.
Was a dub.
So going on for me as a man, I have no problem in calling out a man's bull or red flags or anything like that. Like it's not something I would have my sister entertain. It's not something I recommend. It's not something I recommend any woman to do. So if a man is trying to ostracize you, trying to alienate you from your friends, these are all types of controlling behaviors. So it's not something I would support. But a man trying to get you away from that whole friend Tracy, nah, that's a good man. I'm being real. That's a good man.
Shout out, Tracy.
Shout out.
Anyone's name who's Tracy is like, excuse me.
Sorry, Trace. You're a good girl. Sorry, Trace.
I feel like most of this leads back to communication though. Like if you want to vent to the guy that you're with, just ask him. There's nothing wrong with that. Same with like your friends. Like say if I want to vent to my friends, I'll be like, can I open up to you right now? Like are you in the right mind frame to hear from me? Type thing. There's nothing wrong with asking for communication. The guy will let you know. And if it's not today, then it might be tomorrow or it might be the day after. Like
Yeah,
there's
it kind
nothing
of
wrong
goes
with
back
that.
to reading the room and being socially aware. Like you can come home and know that your partner's like he's not with it.
So
he needs to chill. So
would you any of you girls would you mind if your man cried to you, came to cry to you?
Cry?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. I've had my partner of like 9 years cry.
I'll be like, yes, my baby needs
I'm like,
me.
Wait. Who said that? Who said that? You?
Yeah, I said, I'll be like, yes, my baby needs me.
Wait, your partner of 9 years?
No,
cried? Who said that? You said that?
Yeah, I've been with someone for 9 years.
Okay, so I have a question. You're not with him anymore?
No, I'm not.
Who broke up with who?
I would say I broke up with him.
You shouldn't have cried.
But it wasn't for the crying though.
It's not just look.
Just don't cry, bro.
Stop. I know it's. I know it's like every girl that it's it's not you.
Yeah,
it's
statistically proven.
No, I'm just anecdotal. No stats.
Okay.
I've had girl after girl come on my podcast, and everyone that says their boyfriend cried to them, I always second question, who broke up with who? It's always them.
But it always depends on what way. He didn't cry in a way of like he was actually being emotional. I was telling him, listen, I don't know what you're doing right now. I gave him some facts. Basically, the situation happened and I presented him with facts. And I was like, if this is what's going on, that's your business. And the only way he knew how to communicate was to break down. At this point, the only thing I can do is,
Did you cry when you broke up with him? Is that what it was?
No. This was before. I broke up with him due to the fact that I just feel like where you're trying to go and where I'm going are two different angles now. Like before we was on the same train, you jumped off and hanged out the window. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're doing your own thing. But he cried based on him trying to be emotional and kind of be like effed up kind of thing. And he couldn't control his emotions. So you know what I'm saying?
I think how long after did you break up?
No, it was years. Like we was. Okay. I would say that he cried within the first year or two of us being together, and we spent another 4 years, if not 5, together. Do you get it? But he was doing up other things. So that's the reason.
I don't know. I just don't think it's a coincidence.
But it depends on how you cry, though. That's how I'm trying to say.
But I think a lot of times, like women, we don't know what we want because it's kind of like how many times can a guy cry till you like you know
you didn't cry that sometimes. That was like once.
You're gonna at some point.
One.
No, we'll give you one.
Yeah, you ain't no bitch.
But come on, that's cap. If he's crying every day, you're leaving. So every day. That's what I'm saying. Like every person's different, and so at some level, like you're going to leave at some point.
No, for me, I feel like if a guy cries, it shows me that you have a level or consciousness of emotion. I can't be with someone that's heartless, just cold, ruthless. Like you're just moving like I don't cry. Just what is that?
I think it's
just
not
human.
How would you guys feel if your boss started crying? Has that ever happened to you, female boss, male boss?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like
I didn't feel sorry for you because you done fucked up and you been spending too much people damn business in this place, and what goes around comes around, and I looked at you and threw you a very small napkin because I wanted to see you fold it up and let you be. No, that's not what we're about to do. Victim, nope.
I've never seen it. I've just heard that's like a phenomenon. Like I've just heard like girls in high stress. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah. It is from stress.
Female managers break down. I feel like we get emotionally, like, what's the word, overwhelmed. Women get overwhelmed, whereas men get angry. I feel like men cry from a part of their body which they're not used to hitting. Do you know what I mean? That emotion comes from a part of their body they've never hit before. Like, no one's ever hit you there. So you're like, what feeling is this?
As many of you know, I was just banned on TikTok, and we are demonetized on a daily basis on this platform. If you want to help, please consider sending a super thanks below. Every donation helps, and it helps make what we do possible.